Man, I haven't been in touch with my family since Friday night. With my wife, my daughters, man, everything is off. I'm getting worried here. I send a message and they don't answer me. I call on WhatsApp and they don't answer. I call on the regular phone and it goes straight to voicemail. They always answer, please help me.
It's Monday, November 27th, 2023, in the city of Sorriso, Mato Grosso. A husband grows increasingly frantic as calls and messages to his wife and 3 daughters go unanswered. Desperate for answers, he pleads with neighbors to check on his family. What they discover defies imagination, a scene of unimaginable horror. Hola, hello and welcome to Blood and Samba, your weekly dive into Brazil's most shocking and mysterious true crime cases. Today's case is particularly devastating, not just because of its brutality, but because it highlights a failing system that allowed a predator to roam freely. A mother and her 3 daughters were left vulnerable to an individual whose violent tendencies were well documented, yet ignored. This is the story of Calvi Cardoso, 45, and her daughters Miliane, 19, Manuela, 13, and Melissa, 10. They lived in what seemed like a peaceful neighborhood in Sorriso. Their days were marked by the familiar sounds of life, children laughing, neighbors chatting, and the occasional clamor of construction from a nearby site. But sometimes evil hides in plain sight. Gilberto Rodrigues dos Anjos, a 32-year-old construction worker, was stationed at that site. Responsible for its security, he lived in a makeshift shack, a mere stone's throw from the Cardoso family. By day, he blended in. By night, he watched and planned. On the day of the incident, according to Gilberto's confession, after abusing substances, he set a plan in motion to rob the house. But his plan quickly turned into an unthinkable massacre when Calvi, the mother, confronted him when he entered through the bathroom window. They entered into a physical fight, but she was overpowered. Evidence showed she fought bravely as she ripped hair from her attacker's head and by the suspect's skin found beneath her nails. The older daughter also came to the mother's aid and together they put up a huge struggle, but unfortunately, they were no match for his ferocity. Inside the house, the scene was one of sheer brutality. There was blood everywhere. Calvi and Miliane were found lifeless and naked in the hallway. The younger daughters, Manuela and Melissa, were discovered in separate rooms. The condition of their bodies revealed horrific details. The mother and 2 older daughters had been subjected to sexual violence, and the youngest, Melissa, was asphyxiated. The suspect lingered in the house afterward, unhurried, knowing the husband, a truck driver, was away. The police investigation moved swiftly. A critical clue was left behind. A muddy footprint near a broken window traced back to the construction site. Suspicion fell on Gilberto, whose nervous demeanor and visible injuries only heightened doubts. A background check revealed his dark past. Outstanding warrants for sexual assault, robbery, and attempted murder. When police searched Gilberto's shack, their worst fears were confirmed. Among the findings were bloody clothing, the youngest victim's underwear that the suspect kept as a trophy, and the weapon used in the attack. His confession unveiled a man who had preyed on vulnerability for years, exploiting systemic failures to evade justice. What's most chilling is how preventable this tragedy was. Gilberto had a history of violence, yet he moved through society unchecked. In a system designed to protect the innocent, how did this man slip through the cracks? After his arrest, the community's outrage was evident as roads were blocked, and public protests demanded justice. Authorities had to move Gilberto to another city by helicopter to protect him from mob retaliation. A grim reflection of collective fury. The mother and her daughters were laid to rest in a deeply moving funeral, attended by countless loved ones and even strangers who traveled from cities across Brazil to pay their respects. The ceremony was a beautiful tribute, filled with flowers, heartfelt prayers, and a shared grief for lives stolen far too soon. What does it say about our society when individuals like Gilberto Rodriguez are allowed to wreak havoc without intervention? How many warning signs do we miss, and at what cost? Share your thoughts below. Let's honor Clysai, Miliane, Manuela, and Melissa by asking the tough questions and demanding answers. If you found this story compelling, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell icon so you never miss an update on the cases we cover. Thank you for watching, and until next time, stay safe. Ciao.